What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Happy hump day. I am still on a Queen Sugar high, okay? Queen Sugar was everything last night. We're going to talk just a smidget about Queen Sugar. We're going to roll it all in together. The Roseanne Barr situation. We're just talking here, nothing formal. Just a little chit-chat, a little quick chit-chat. See what you guys think about the situation. And kind of try to tie in all of the videos I've put out in the last 3 or 4 days. Just how I'm feeling and what my emotions are about everything that we're seeing that's going on out here, okay? As it pertains to my Wakanda, okay? My people, Wakanda, okay? So I was listening to CNN and MSNBC last night in between doing my videos. And one of them was talking about the CEO of Starbucks. They closed all 8,000 of their stores down on yesterday, the 29th, to do some racial sensitivity training, okay? To the tune of $12 million. That's what they're saying, estimated that Starbucks missed in money yesterday after closing down all 8,000 of their stores. They lost out on $12 million. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you something why that means something to me, because $12 million ain't nothing to poo-poo. And I'm sure that they're going to double that and triple that. I'm sure they're worth double, triple, quadruple that, whatever. I understand. For them, maybe it may be a drop in the bucket, but it still says a lot in my opinion, okay? So for me, I will start going back to Starbucks. You know what I mean? I don't need a kidney. I don't need a kidney from Starbucks. I don't need their firstborn child. I just need you guys to show me that you hear what we are saying as a people, as a culture, what is unacceptable, what is inappropriate, and what we will absolutely, positively not tolerate. Okay? And I feel like they're saying that. Now, what I thought was interesting was that the CEO was saying that how shocked and how grieved he was, because he really felt like they had worked hard to have one of the most inclusive work environments, one of the most inclusive what do you call it, like missions or mantras or just the way they have decided to be as a company. He felt like it was one of the most inclusive out there. All right. And he was just shocked. And, it goes back to what I was saying about Sarah Gilbert from the Roseanne Barr show, who was saying she just didn't understand. This is not the Roseanne that she knows, and she's just shocked and she's appalled, and, Well, of course you are. Of course you're grieved. Of course you're surprised, because you are not a person of color. You're not black. You're not Hispanic. You're not Muslim. All right. You are white America. All right. You're white America. And even if you from another country over here, you're still a part of white America, because your skin says you pass. You get a pass. Your skin color says you are not approached. Your skin color says that you are not accosted. Why would the subject matter of racism ever come up with y'all? Why would you ever feel like, oh, she treated me, Miss Gilbert, she treated me with racism? I heard her, because when she's in her comfort zone, who is she going to bully? Who is she going to try to overpower? Who is she going to try to control, to segregate, to belittle, to minimize? Okay, she feels like your skin color says you're Gucci. You're Gucci. I don't have to assert myself over you. You're Gucci, okay, because you're white. You don't ever have to worry. You don't ever have to compartmentalize on these types of things, because you're not being accosted. Now, just imagine with your white skin if it was just reversed. If it was white people that were oppressed and had been in 400 years of slavery, and just imagine. I can't imagine. There'd be many of you guys left, but I digress. My whole point is, somebody walk up to your face just because the color of your skin and spit right in your face. I guess you would be appalled, okay? But then taking it back to Queen Sugar, we saw in the episode of Queen Sugar last night where Charlie, as she went through the episode from meeting with the Landrys to seeing Jacob Boudreaux at the bar to seeing the police officer that brutalized her son and tried to intimidate and minimize him, okay, from her then seeing the video where she sees the officer committing the same act and worse, physically assaulting a young black man on video, kicking and beating the man unconscious. She watched the whole video, okay? And after all of these incidences where she is being sexually aggressed against and she is seeing acts of racism. Go to Nova, how Nova is feeling about what the youth did, and people hollering out all these different, racial epithets at the youth when they went to take a knee at the singing of the national anthem, and then seeing the old heads at the bar talking about the situation like the kids that took the knee was going too far. It's a time and a place for everything. Through all, they continued on through their day. They continued on through their life. They continued on taking care of their family. When Charlie saw the video of the police officer beating the young man on video, it was like her breath had been taken. It was horrible to watch. And she got up and went in her son's room and made a phone call, and he came in, and she got on him about being late, and she had to bring it down. She had to bring it down. She had to compartmentalize it and deal with it and bring it down and still continue on. Same thing when she saw the man at the game, at the concession stand with his grandson. She wanted to scratch his eyes out. I could tell she wanted to jump right in his face, holding on with her claws and just rip all the meat off of his face. But then she saw his grandson. So she had to take all that anger, all that rage, all that fear and shock and hatred, and she had to squash it for the good of his grandson. For the good of his grandson. She didn't want to do that. See, we still got to be human when we're being treated inhumanely. Okay? We still got to go and feed the kids. We still got to go to work the next day. We still got to smile and say, welcome to Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Moe's. Welcome to this. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you working. Okay? Thank you for calling da-da-da-da-da. Thank you. It's a really great day over here at da-da-da-da-da. Boo-da-doo-da-doo. Now. You still got to go through your day. You still got to tell people please and thank you. You know what I'm saying? We don't even have the right to be mad. We don't even have the right to be sad. We don't even have a right to take a minute and deal with how we're feeling in that moment. We're told to move on constantly. That's why I said about Valerie Jarrett. Same thing I said about her. She's fine. She is fine because she used to it. She used to it. She's known it all her life and still has had to succeed and do well in spite of it. Okay, she could have laid down and died a long time ago. Pull all the blinds. Lay in a bed. They calling me nigger. They calling me ape. They calling me this. They calling me that. They won't let me in. They trying to keep me from doing this, that, or the third. She could have done all of that. But she got up. She went to school. She finished her education. She started businesses. She started organizations. She's the head of, the leader, the first two, the second two, the third to do it, whatever. She still accomplished and kept moving and going and living. Because we don't have the option of crumbling and folding. We don't. You don't have a perspective. Speaking of Caucasians, you don't necessarily have a perspective. And I don't know how to make you understand unless you see firsthand for yourself and you feel that consciously that that's wrong, that's not right. Okay? Or it starts to happen to you. It starts to happen to yours. It starts to happen to the people that you love. Your kids start coming home with scratches and scrapes and lumps and bumps and bruises because they was driving a car that somebody said they shouldn't have been driving because they not good enough. or they were standing somewhere that they shouldn't have been because somebody said you don't belong here. You don't belong here. And that's the recurring theme. You don't belong here. You're not one of us. You're not human like us. When you say, call somebody an ape, you're not human like. And she said, if you Muslim and you Planet of the Apes and we put it together, this is what you get. So she's like Muslims. She's definitely calling black folks animals. Okay? You're not one of us. Okay, get out of here. You don't belong here. They're not supposed to be here. Arrest them for being here. Arrest them for barbecuing right alongside the white folks barbecuing. Arrest them, officer. They're not supposed to be in my neighborhood. I moved here because there weren't any niggers. Every time I look around, it's a nigger. Andrew Sloshberger, whatever his name is. They're not supposed to be talking in Spanish. I'm here and I can't understand what they're saying because I only speak English. That's not right. I don't like it. I want them out of here. I want the name of your corporate office. No, it has nothing to do with me. They're talking to one another, but that's not the point. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want it here. They're not supposed to be here. That's what they're saying. That's what Trump is saying. With this whole immigration thing, they're not supposed to be here. We don't want them here. We don't want them in our space. We want all of this for ourselves. That's the reason why we knocked the Indians over the head and poisoned and killed them, so we can have all of this beautiful land and soil and trees and earth and sunshine and greatness for ourselves. Okay? You can work the land, but you can't own the land. Huh? You can till the soil, but you cannot sit in Starbucks. Okay? Can't drive this nice car. Okay? Can't live over here. These homes are $400,000. All right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter you're a doctor. Who cares? Doesn't matter you serve this country. Yes, we love our military. We are patriots. But all of that's null and void if your skin is black. If your skin is brown. If you're a person of color. Okay? All of that's null and void. All right? Until you have this experience, until it's right there in your face constantly, where you can't turn away from it, where you can't avoid it in any way, shape, capacity, or form. Now, me personally, I wasn't pulled over by the police today so far. Praise Jesus, and I thank you. Okay, here come the garbage truck. But somebody somewhere right now is being accosted. Somebody somewhere right now is being belittled and minimized. Okay. Somebody somewhere right now is being told that they do not belong there. All right. Just because it's not happening to you personally don't mean it's not happening. I got to deal with that. You got to deal with that, white people. Okay, stop. You need to move from a place of being out. I'm outraged. I'm saddened. It's very disappointing. You got to move from that place. I appreciate you acknowledging that, but you got to move from that place to say, what can we do? What can we do to eliminate this bullshit? What can we do to eradicate it, to root these people out and get rid of them? One, you can start speaking up. Okay, in private conversations, you can start speaking up. When shit is said and you already know it's problematic, you can start speaking up. Because stop acting like you don't see it, even though it's sitting right there at the tip of your nose. Okay, that's one of the things you can do. And you can also listen. Shut up and listen. Stop telling black people that they angry, they don't deserve to talk about it. Get over it. Stop, cut that shit out. Get over what? It ain't done. Get over it. If I stub my toe and I talk about it for 3 years, yeah, get over it. Okay? But if my toe every day is swollen and bulbous and look like it's about to fall off, I'm going to talk about it until it gets fixed. Okay? Or removed. Stop telling people to get over it. Listen. Try to relate. Try to empathize. Put yourself in the shoes. Put your children in the same shoes. You send your children off to run to the store, it's no big deal. We send our kids off to run to the store and we never see them again. They say they running over the Sioux, and just because they got a hoodie on, they shot and killed in their own neighborhood. Ain't nobody even asking no questions. It ain't like they took them down to the police station and they want to talk to you and bring ID. No. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Oh, it didn't have a gun? It's a 8-year-old child? Oh. All I saw was black skin. You don't even have that experience. You probably never will. But try to empathize. Try to imagine what it's like to be a mother, okay, and to see your son thrown to the ground, or your daughter thrown to the ground, slung to the ground like a rag, knees in back, face in the dirt, mouth full of sand. Try to imagine it. Try to imagine seeing your baby's head all wide open, gushing blood, because the music was too loud. Now, you can't beat your children in your own home, but the police officers can whip them up and down the street. Just imagine, and then we can come down off of it, because we have to live with it every day and still live our lives. We have to live with it every day and still go to work and still raise our children and still be happy and still be cordial and still be kind, still be human, even though we're treated like we're not humans. Yeah. That's all I got to say, you guys. I ain't gonna hold you too long today. I just wanted to talk about it. I wanted to talk about really the climate that we're in right now. Everybody is talking about it. I want to encourage you guys to continue to keep your eyes open, to continue to keep your eyes on this White House. Okay? Please do it. Please don't forget, friends. Don't forget, honeybees. Keep your eyes open. Even if you ain't watching it, put it in the background. Let that CNN play. Let that MS, so you'll know something. And even if something don't sound right, you're not sure, you can write it down and go investigate it. But don't let these folk catch you out here slipping. Something is happening, from the weather, from the racial climate, from the political climate, from the financial climate. Something is happening in all of the earth. Okay? And if you're not careful, you're going to miss it, and it's going to steamroll over you. Okay? And you're going to be left with the residual damage. But if you pay attention, you can get ahead of this thing. If you pay attention, you can ask the Lord to direct your steps, help you to see, help you to hear, help you to know. And how do I move? How do I move? Okay? It's important. You guys enjoy your Wednesday. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I love each and every one of you. If you are new to my channel, you've enjoyed what you've seen, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, y'all. I'm in the mood. Let's talk about it. Okay, thank you guys so much. Remember to share this video. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up before you forget. And go back and watch my last few videos over the last few days. Catch up on Miss Honey. I would really, really appreciate it. And remember to share the video as well. Until next time, honeybees. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'll holla. Let me get on here and get to this man's job, okay? Goodbye.